Tic Tac lids have a little crater in them that perfectly dispenses a single Tic Tac. I myself am guilty of extracting Tic Tacs the wrong way up until now, but then again, who actually eats a single Tic Tac? I much prefer to pour about 5 in my hand, then shove them in my mouth and gobble them all at once. The dimple in the bottom of a wine bottle is known as a punt. The punt is known to serve a few uses, but I'll just explain the main one. Historically, flat-bottomed bottles were hand-blown and would occasionally result in deformities. Those deformities sometimes prevented the bottle from standing up straight and would make it prone to tipping over. The punt came about as a solution to this. They would tie it off and push the excess up into the bottle. Problem solved. Even though today we have much more advanced methods of glass moulding, we still keep the punt simply because of tradition. Have you ever been at the petrol station and wondered what those little brackets on the top of the nozzle hose are? No, me neither. Well, some people actually fill up their car and forget to remove the nozzle. Those brackets at the top are a magnetic safety feature that snaps away when forgetful people drive off with the hose still in their car. If you buy a drink from say Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King or anywhere that sells drinks in those throwaway cups, obviously they come with those little plastic lids. Now the main use of them is to stop the drink from spilling out, but did you know they also double as a coaster? They clip on the base of the cup perfectly, but I think I'd much prefer to use it to prevent spills. I'll bet that almost every pot and pan in your kitchen has a hole in the handle. Now most people would say that this is for hanging them up, and they'd be right, but they also have another use. You can use it to hold a utensil instead of putting it on the side after stirring your bolognese. Have you ever been on a plane and seen those tiny little holes in the windows and wondered what they're for? They're called bleed holes, and believe it or not, they're actually there for our safety. Since pressure changes in the cabin during the flight, it's also necessary to equalise the pressure between the windows, hence the little hole. It also ensures that the outer pane bears the most pressure, so if there ever were a situation that caused added strain on the windows, it would be the outside panel that blows out, which would still keep you relatively safe. If you're watching this video on a PC or a laptop, take a look at your keyboard, in particular the letters F and J. You'll notice that they're the only keys with a small raised line on them. But why is that? Well, these keys are on the home row, and those lines act as a guide for people to correctly position their hands without having to look down at the keys. The theory is that if you're able to find the raised lines without looking, then you'll know where the rest of the keys are from that point. Now some people believe that the holes in the top of some pen lids are part of a big conspiracy. They believe that manufacturers put the holes there to dry ink out faster and get you to buy more pens. That's not totally true. See, a lot of people chew and bite their pens, and this causes on average around 10,000 people per year to choke on them. That hole is intended so you can at least get a little bit of air if the lid becomes lodged in your throat. Have you ever noticed that when you're drinking soda from a straw, the straw annoyingly bobs up and down and spins around and makes you look a little silly whilst you chase it around looking like a fish with an open mouth? Well, that's because you're doing it wrong. That hole in the ring pull is designed to hold your little straw perfectly in place so you can easily enjoy your favourite drink. Have you ever bought a soda bottle and drank it and in your boredom slowly taken apart the lid only to find a little plastic circular disc? Well, if you're like me, you probably end up chewing it, but surprisingly, that's not what it's used for. All it is a seal to prevent the drink from going flat. As the lid is screwed down, it simply squishes it against the top of the bottle. Not very exciting, but well, now you know. And that brings this list to an end. If you enjoyed the video, then it would be much appreciated if you give it a thumbs up and shared it. If you're new around here, then why not subscribe for new videos just like this every week? Anyways, I jolly well hope you liked it, and as always, thanks for watching.